I'm Steve Stavroff. I started martial arts in 1963. First I read a few books, thought I knew what I was doing. Then I ran into a judo class that people thought they were teaching karate, and they recommended that I go to Mr. Pat Burleson, who was teaching in another location. And I started with Mr. Burleson and stayed with him throughout my training. When I left Fort Worth, where he was teaching, I went to Ole Miss, went to college at Ole Miss, started teaching there. Actually, I taught the first PE class for karate in the United States, and at one time had 82 women in one class. My first black belt there was Larry Whitener. He's my pride and joy. He was one of the big guys that could do things just like a little guy. He could do anything. And from there, after college, I went to Atlanta, Georgia. I taught there for a while. And Mr. Burleson had a student down in Corpus Christi that was a brown belt teaching a class, and he asked me to go down and help him. So I went down there, eventually took over that class, and he moved to another location. I stayed there and taught there for 20-some years. Continued with that till I finally decided that I would get out of the martial arts and do something else. I couldn't teach the way I wanted to anymore without getting sued, and because people at that point didn't want to get a bloody nose or busted lip. And I always felt like if you've never been hit, you know nothing about martial arts, or you couldn't defend yourself. And I never believed in training people, telling them they could do something when they really couldn't. So it was time for me to get out of that and go into something else. And from there, I'd been playing golf a lot, so I went into golf, got my PGA card, and was a PGA pro for a while. Got out of that, now I'm working for Best Buy. I'm a peon there. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have, I'll probably do that until I retire.